Hello and welcome everybody to a new video. As you know, I like the brand of Tauer Perfumes quite a bit. Andy Tauer, the self-taught perfumer and chemist from Switzerland, is somebody that I have a lot of respect for, and I own a couple of his products, and I love the aesthetic. I love the way he packages his samples, and just just his style of doing things. But even brands that you have a lot of respect for, that you like a lot, even brands that you own a lot of bottles from, don't always make the best products in each of their releases. So, in the interest of fairness, I want to talk to you today about two Tower perfumes that unfortunately were a disappointment to me. And the first one that I wanted to mention was Tower's Orange Star. So this is an official sample. I've also worn this on skin. I'm just gonna spray it on butter today. But what can I tell you about Orange Star? All right, as the name implies, Orange Star is very much a citrusy fragrance, and it is. I put it here on the blotter, and it's very powerful. So what it promises is a very bright, a very nice and sweet citrus that lasts for a long time, and it delivers on that promise. And I have to be fair that I could see many people enjoying this fragrance a lot. And this is not a hate for me. It's just a tough wear. Mostly because the citrus that he uses is very terpenic, and it has this kind of almost sharpness to it. And that's backed up with a very strong sweetness. So it's not a very sour citrus. So that's not my issue with it at all. It doesn't go very sour on me, but it has this very strong sweetness and this very sharp citrus terpenic feel. And that in combination, unfortunately, evokes an association of a specific scent memory in my life. I am German, so for context, well, I live in Germany, and in Germany, a lot of the cleaning products use a citrus-based fragrance. Yeah, they're made with a citrus-based fragrance, and because of that, when I smell this, I cannot get past this cleaner association because it's very close in some senses. These cleaners always have this very, over the top citrusy type of feel. And they also have this very, almost chemical sweetness. And this feels like this, even though I think the sweetness here comes probably from like tonka bean, vanilla. This has a very creamy base, Orange Star, and it has a slight saltiness as well from whatever ambergris accord there is there. But just the combination of these notes makes this smell like bathroom cleaner to me. I can't get past it. So this is why Orange Star is a disappointment. Although I wore this and it performs very well. So if you want a well-performing citrus fragrance, this is definitely one to consider and to at least try, because it's sweet, it lasts long, it has a very creamy, almost balsamic, tonka bean, vanilla, ambery dry down. And there's a very nice note of petitgrain in here that I think is also part of my love-hate relationship with this fragrance. So this petitgrain in here gives some greenness and it adds this natural touch, but it also has a slight metallic edge to it that again can evoke this cleaner feeling to me. And just like, to me, this just smells like a freshly cleaned public bathroom and like a clean one. It's very, very clean. There's no dirtiness to this, but it has this very, very specific, slightly vinegary, citrusy, cleaner smell that I just cannot get over it. And I should offer maybe an alternative. And actually, to me, a good alternative is a fragrance by Hermes called L'Eau des Merveilles. And it comes in this very bulbous, sparkly, or lightly orange translucent bottle. And it also is a very sweet citrus, but it has, again, this ambergris resinous base. So while they're not, they're not the same, of course, they're actually quite different, but they accomplish the same thing, and I don't get this association with the MS somehow. I don't know. Yeah, very unfortunate. Orange Star, Tauer's number 9th creation. I got this Tauer site open. The notes are fresh citrus accord with mandarin and clementines. It's very sweet, juicy lemongrass and clean orange flowers. In the heart notes, that's the neroli, and neroli again is part of this cleaning product thing. So when you have this sharp neroli together with these sweet, overly sweet citruses and a slightly salty, sour ambergris, that's what makes this very hard to wear. Yeah, the base is rich ambergris base, that's his accord. I don't know. I doubt there's actual genuine ambergris in this, like natural one, with tonka bean and hints of vanilla. There's also some resins in here, I would say, probably. Yeah, that's Orange Star. And the second, this one's actually a lot tougher for me. So Orange Star, I can probably wear, I can do it. This one, yeah, very disappointing. Then the other one is Ero. That's at least how I would pronounce it. And this is another Tauer fragrance that came out after, these four. These are like some of the originals, right? 2, 3, 5, and 6. I skipped 4 and 1. Yeah, and Ero is, by the way, has a beautiful bottle, right? I'm going to get into a spray on my blotter here. I've worn this on skin as well. So both of these I've worn on skin. And I think skin actually makes it worse for me, Maybe an Orange Star skin is the same, it doesn't change as much, but Ero on skin is worse for me, unfortunately. And what is Ero? Ero is, or Eraut, I don't know exactly, my French pronunciation here is lacking a little bit. It is primarily a cocoa fragrance. So it is supposed to be like a gourmand fragrance by Tauer. And what he has used here is a very beautiful cocoa extract from the Ivory Coast, which is apparently very rare, and it has this extremely nice, dusty, smoky cocoa powder feeling. So it's very powdery, it's very dry to my nose. It has this dusty quality, and it's powdery, and it's backed with a lot of, to my nose, rather high quality vanilla material. So this doesn't smell like just vanillin. Maybe he's just used vanillin, but he's used it in such a clever way with some other tonka stuff to make this smell like a very natural vanilla. So it gives you this, cocoa powder drink, Nesquik, in a very high quality form type of smell. And it is very, very powerful. So Orange Star is a very powerful fresh fragrance. This is a very powerful gourmand, especially on skin. It just radiates for hours and hours and hours. And the sillage is actually not my issue. So when I have my arm maybe like a meter away from my nose and I get wafts from it, I quite like it. It's just very nice cocoa, vanillic, woody type of smell. This again is also a very linear smell. So this doesn't change a lot. And what the type of change it does on my skin is not for the better. And unfortunately, it just gets worse. So I sprayed this on and I liked it, kind of, even though gourmand's not my favorite type of thing. And I struggle sometimes with cocoa notes. I love the smell of chocolate, but just the way they're done in perfumery sometimes is a bit difficult for me. I have actually a couple of fragrances that use it rather successfully. So Serge Lutens Acrin de Fumée has a cocoa note that's very nice, and Serge Lutens Santal Majuscule. Both of those are Serge Lutens fragrances with a cocoa powder, like a bitter chocolate powdery note, and they do it well for me. They are successful in that sense. But this Tauer, unfortunately, what I get is this very dry woodiness. It's very harsh woodiness. And it just gets worse the more I wear it, and it almost makes me nauseous. This is a fragrance that I can't wear. I struggle with this so much. And I was so sad. And I read the notes, right? So again, this has a lot of naturals, right? He says it's a herald, right? Herald is probably French for herald, like a messenger. And he says this has very rare Ivory Coast cocoa powder extract, and it has an absolute from this that is overdosed, and he has like a bourbon bergamot oil and a fruity milky cocoa. Yeah, but there's this dry timber in the base note, and dry timber, I suspect there's some ambery woody materials in here that I just struggle with and I can't do it. So this is why I cannot wear Aero, and this is why it's my most disappointing Tauer fragrance till this day. All right, do you have any Tauer fragrance that you did not like, that disappointed you? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching and have a great day.